In the fast-paced world of international finance, one of the most common questions people ask about money transfer services like Wise, formerly TransferWise, is, how long will it take for my money to arrive? While Wise has built a reputation for speed and efficiency, the answer isn't always a simple number. As a finance expert, I'm here to demystify the factors that influence Wise transfer times, helping you understand what to expect and how to potentially speed up your payments. The Wise promise, often fast, sometimes instant. Wise's goal is to make international money transfers as fast as possible, often even instant. In fact, Wise reports that over 60% of their transfers arrive instantly or within seconds. This is a significant improvement over traditional bank transfers, which can often take several business days. However, for the remaining transfers, the delivery time can vary. To understand why some transfers are instant and others take longer, it's essential to look at the various elements that influence the speed of your Wise transfer. Key factors affecting Wise transfer speed. Think of a Wise transfer as a journey. The total time it takes depends on several stops along the way and the speed of each leg of that journey. Here are the most critical factors. How you pay for your transfer funding method. Wise balance. If you already have money in your Wise multi-currency account, this is often the fastest way to fund a transfer. Since the funds are already within the Wise system, they can be processed and sent out almost immediately. This often results in instant delivery to the recipient. Debit card or credit card. Paying with a debit or credit card typically allows Wise to initiate the transfer very quickly, often within minutes or seconds. This is because card payments are usually processed instantly, giving Wise immediate access to the funds. However, be aware that credit card payments might incur higher fees. Bank transfer, bank wire/local bank transfer. When you pay via a standard bank transfer from your local bank account to Wise, the speed depends on your bank's processing times. In some countries, domestic bank transfers are instant, like faster payments in the UK or SEPA instant in Europe. In others, they might take a few hours or even a full business day to reach Wise. Once Wise receives your funds, they can then proceed with the international transfer. Direct debit, ACH. In the US, this method involves Wise directly debiting your bank account. While convenient, it can be slower than other methods because it often takes a few business days for the funds to clear your bank and reach Wise. Swift transfers. For funding Wise, if you're sending money to Wise using a Swift transfer from a traditional bank, this is generally the slowest method. Swift transfers can involve multiple intermediary banks, each adding to the processing time and potentially charging additional fees. It can take 2 to 5 business days for funds to reach Wise via Swift. The currencies involved, sending from and sending to. Popular currency routes, transfers between major, highly liquid currencies, e.g. USD to Euro, GBP to USD, tend to be faster. These routes have established payment networks and higher volumes, allowing for quicker processing. Local payment systems. The speed also depends on the efficiency of the local banking systems in both the sending and receiving countries. Some countries have real-time payment systems like India's IMPS or the UK's faster payment service, which allow for near-instant delivery once Wise releases the funds. Others might rely on older batch processing systems, leading to delays. Currency conversion. Any transfer that involves currency conversion can add a small amount of processing time, typically up to 2 working days. However, Wise is highly efficient at this, so this factor often plays a minimal role. Public holidays and banking hours. Weekends and holidays. Banks and financial institutions only process transactions during standard business hours, typically Monday to Friday. If you initiate a transfer on a weekend or a public holiday in either the sending or receiving country, it will only begin processing on the next working day. Always factor in these non-business days when estimating delivery times. Cutoff times. Banks often have daily cutoff times for processing payments. If you initiate a transfer after this time, it will likely be processed on the next business day. Wise's system usually accounts for these and gives you an updated estimate. Security checks and verification. As a regulated financial institution, Wise is required to conduct security checks to comply with anti-money laundering, AML, and anti-fraud regulations. While most checks are automated and happen in seconds, sometimes a transfer, especially larger amounts or transfers to certain regions, may be flagged for manual review. This can add a delay of a few hours to a few days, as Wise may require additional documentation from you. First-time transfers, your very first transfer or transfers to a new recipient, might take slightly longer as Wise verifies your identity and the recipient's details. Once you're an established user and have sent to that recipient before, subsequent transfers are usually faster. Recipient's bank processing time. Once Wise sends the money out from its local account in the recipient's currency, the final step is for the recipient's bank to receive and process the payment and credit it to the recipient's account. While Wise moves money quickly, the speed of the receiving bank's internal processing is beyond Wise's control. Some banks process payments instantly, while others might take a few hours or even a business day to reflect the funds.